Hey everybody, this is Tammy, and this next section is going to be how do you find that perfect location for your nutrition club. So first, congratulations that you're taking a serious look at opening up a nutrition club. So I just want to let you know below this video is actually going to be an Excel sheet, some documents that you'll be plugging in information that you're going to gather along the way. That way you'll be able to figure out where is the best location to have your nutrition club. So, first, you can definitely go around with a realtor. They're going to obviously have some information that they can be sharing with you, or, you can go around, looking in windows, watching for sale signs, for lease signs, for spaces that are a possibility, especially if you know the area that you are wanting to be in. Now, sometimes you might see a for sale sign, and maybe it's been for sale for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Don't check that off your list, because you could definitely call up the owner or that realtor and just find out if they, would be interested in possibly leasing that. You're going to want to look at 2 to 5 locations. The closer you get to 5, the more options that you're going to be able to look at and really compare the details of what the space has available, and then you're going to be able to see the disadvantages and advantages, and you're going to probably fall in love with some spaces. It's going to be that emotion. I totally did that with some of mine, but when I put things on paper, I had to take that emotion out and look at the business part of it with the numbers and the dollars in the end, and that ended up being the best choice. So you want to get, close to 5 locations to take a look at. As far as costs per square foot, generally we recommend anywhere between 500 and 1,500 square foot is pretty much the average of a nutrition club. I know nutrition clubs that are 500 square feet doing 100 memberships a day, to the one I'm in is 1,400 square feet, and we do an average of 130 a day. So it's all about the people that are inside the nutrition club, I'm going to tell you. So what does the quote for the space include? So what you're going to want to find out, does it include the trash? How much are the utilities? If this is a space that's been used before, opened before by another business, you'll be able to look up and find out what were they paying for utilities, what were they paying for water. Again, depending on what kind of business, water will definitely make a difference. What were their hours of the business, and get an idea of what that includes. So that part you can get the history for. Make sure you bring a camera. Take lots of pictures. That you're going to be looking anywhere from 2 to 5, maybe more spaces, so you can compare whether it's the counter space, the sink area, those types of things. So get lots of pictures. Bring that spreadsheet that's listed below with you, so you can be filling in information as you go along. And that way, if you end up, missing something, you'll be like, oh, I forgot to ask about this. You'll be able to see that you're missing that. The financials with the landlord, will they do the build out for you and then you put that in your lease? Or is that something you're going to be responsible for? Is the plumbing already installed? So is there a 3-compartment sink? Is there a mop sink? Is there a hand sink? Or is that something that you're going to have as an expense? So if that's the case, you're going to want to, when you go back to revisit that space, bring a new plumber with you, or set up a time to bring them in so you can get an estimate, because that definitely is going to be an expense that you're going to want to figure in. You're also going to have what's called a CAM, which is Common Area Maintenance, guys. And what that's going to include is snow removal, mowing. That's going to be your lease plus CAM. So you're definitely going to want to know what the CAM is. So get that written in detail, what that includes. You're also going to hear the term triple net lease. That's going to mean if the water heater goes out, you pay for it. So, or the furnace goes out, or the air conditioner. So you're going to really want to pay close attention to that. Is there a triple net lease? Now, talking about the actual location, it's good to know, is there a gym, a spa, a yoga studio? Are there people walking by? Because you want to be able to, have businesses that you can join together and, actually do some like-minded activities maybe together. You can maybe have yoga in the park and you're going to do the sampling. So you're actually going to promote each other. So knowing what the other businesses are. Also, listing the advantages and disadvantages. You might find a space that you are like absolutely in love with. I mean, as far as the cost, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's such a great deal. And then as you're looking, you don't see any other businesses around you. So there might be a reason why there's no other businesses in that location. So having that list there. How's the parking? If the parking is very, very, very limited, that's one of those that you might be in love with the space, but you might need to take that emotion out and look at it as a business side. Are people going to have a place to park? Is there, when you take a look at these spaces, sometimes what we see and then when we put on the paper, they don't match. What you see is not what you get on the paper. So that's again why we want you to make sure you print out these documents and fill those out. So once you have 4 to 5 of those or more, you have that information, you have the pictures, set up a time to meet with your mentor and go take a look at all those numbers and what is it going to cost? What's my break-even number? How many shakes am I going to need to break even? Some other things that you're going to want to do is to factor in, is there some free rent? Always ask for 3 to 5, obviously start with 5 months of free rent so you can build up your membership. You have time for the build out. Things sometimes, maybe you are doing plumbing and the plumbing doesn't quite go as smoothly as you were hoping. So always ask for that. I know with my first club, one club we got 4 months free rent, and one club we got 3 months free rent. And they had luckily our landlords, they were great to work with and understood we had to build a customer base. Also, you're going to learn more about this, but you might sign a 2-year lease, but it's nice to have what we call a 12-month opt-out. You sign a 2-year lease, but if you decide after 1 year, you could opt out. So again, you're going to learn more about that as you go along and how to negotiate your lease too. So congratulations. We are super, super excited for you, your team, whoever is looking at these spaces with you to open up a nutrition club. So congratulations, and fill out those forms, fill out the Excel sheet, because what we want is for you to make the best decision for the space that's going to be your nutrition club. Thanks, guys.